Troy Kearns, real estate investor, bringing it to you hot and fresh. We are in studio today, hanging with Haley without a G. She is a G, so she's a G when it comes to social media, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. I myself am trying to grow my social media channel. Many other people are trying to grow their social media influence. Haley, what would you recommend that somebody like myself does? You are a G when it comes to social media. Without a G.
So for somebody with 0 followers and you're just starting,
yes.
The number one rule of thumb is to find people to collaborate with. You have to collaborate on the internet. The internet is not about marketing, even though that's what we're doing here. It's about entertaining. So
Okay.
you have to find people that will mesh with what you're doing and support you. And in turn, you support them. So you have this huge community of people on the internet that support each other just for that purpose, just supporting. So they will tag, they will share, they will write comments, and that's important. The more that you comment, the more that you like, and it's commenting. Likes don't count anymore. Views are the biggest count, but the biggest of all that moves you to the top rank that gets people to follow you is commenting and keeping those conversations going in the feed.
And from what I understand, the reason for that is the longer someone's on the medium, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, they're more likely to get ad revenue. Therefore, you're going to be an influencer because you're keeping them there, right?
Sorta.
Okay.
Every channel has a different. So if you're talking YouTube, that's different. Every channel is different. So say Instagram.
Let's go for
Instagram is the number one platform, so I'm going to go with that. All right. So Instagram, if you post a photo, it's going to get 1/10 of the views that a video will get. It will be at the bottom of the list of what's going to be seen to the followers versus the video is going to be at the top of the list.
Okay.
The reason is it's because it's called rich versus poor. It's rich and it has tons of different media tags in that video versus a photo has none. It's just a JPEG tag. It's just a MP3 tag or it's whatever. Rich media is things that can flow, that keep you entertained, that keep you looking and watching. Photos are still, so they don't do anything for you.
Okay, so TikTok is like a new big social media that I'm totally addicted to. I love it.
I'm kind of getting sick of it only because now it's turned into ads. Have
Yeah.
you noticed that? It's like, I love TikTok, don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite platforms, but it has become, you log in and you're watching ads.
But you can hit skip right away.
No.
On mine, I can.
No, it's you wait. And you just kind of caught up to your phone yet.
Well, so like I noticed when my wife was first introducing me to you on social media,
right?
I'm looking at all your TikToks and you have thousands of views. Like, how do you do that?
Tags.
So
it's all important tags. Okay, so here's a misconception that a lot of people have about hashtags. It's get the most popular ones. No, get the least popular ones. You know why? That's who. Say this tag has 1 million followers, like Nike, 10 million followers on this tag. Why would you want to be buried in 10 million followers? Go with one that has 10,000.
Okay, good advice.
10,000 people are going to see it versus that 10 million. You're going to be buried and nobody will see it.
Okay, so I am on my social media. I'm about ready to launch my first TikTok. Where do you go to check for what?
There's tons of platforms for that, but my favorite is Tailwind.
Okay, so Tailwind, what does Tailwind do?
Tailwind is a social media platform that covers Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I think the only one it doesn't cover is YouTube. But what it does is it searches for the most popular hashtags of the day, and it tells you right next to the hashtag how many people follow it. So you put in a keyword like real estate.
Right.
And real estate's going to have probably 10 million people. So
right.
You don't want real estate.
Right.
You want to go underneath it and find the one that has 100,000. My rule of thumb is 200,000 or less. You don't want 10,000. I was exaggerating with that. You want around 200,000-ish in the hashtags.
All right. Yeah. So Tailwind, do you use that before you post anything?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm used to it now. I've been doing it so long, I don't need it anymore.
Okay.
But for people that don't know what they're doing, you do.
Right.
You need Tailwind because you basically put your post up on Tailwind and you can schedule it for the perfect times. It tells you the perfect time to post for where you live.
Wow.
Yeah, it tells you everything. So it'll have
I know what we're doing next.
Yeah, Tailwind. And there's a link in my thing. You can go she knows my link. So you can just go in there and download it. It's free for 30 days. And
tell everybody what you do who don't know what you do. Besides being a social media expert, what do you do? What don't you do?
What don't I do? That's more like it. Okay, so I started out, I have a degree in interior design, And I did that because I wanted to be a wedding planner, not an interior designer.
Okay.
Yeah. And they do it back then. I'm older than I look. They didn't have anything like wedding schools so I just thought the closest thing would be interior design. So I did that. And then the internet kind of burst at the same time.
Okay.
And I kind of went into eBay because I would get all these things free, in the wedding business. And test this and try this. And,
real quick question.
Yeah.
How long have you been on eBay?
Since it was born.
So mine is
College.
2001. So are you before
that.
me? Because I always brag that I got 20 years on eBay, you know?
Yeah, I think I was 16 and I'm 52.
Okay. So so you were like 36 years on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like
I was born on eBay. It literally because I was in college and struggling and I was like looking for some income, and it was yard sales back then, if you remember. They didn't even have stores. It was all auction, and then stores were born, and then eBay hired me to do their marketing. So I would go to all their conventions and be one of the people that taught people to do how to market now this is before eBay evolved. They didn't have marketing and social media reaches and all that. So you had to market yourself.
Well, that's like really interesting because I didn't know you have been involved since then. So you've kept up on top. Have you been active the whole time?
The entire time since basically the internet became the internet.
Yes. But now you are an influencer and you're
because I have 8.9 million people that follow me on a monthly basis.
How'd you get there? Can you just
like if I'm gonna every day? It's the key. Post every day and make sure you're engaging with your people. And when I say engaging, and I mean talking, keep that conversation going. Don't just say I make a comment on yours. Oh, interesting. You're to comment back saying, what is interesting? Right. Make me respond. So you want to keep that conversation going. So you want to ask a question, even if they make a statement.
Okay, so always ask a question, even if they make a statement, so that they respond.
Yes.
Don't just heart it. Don't just comment on it.
Do not use emojis. Emojis do not count, and you need at least 4 words. None of it counts if you do not use at least 4 words, and emojis do not count at all.
All right, so I'm glad I'm recording this because I don't have to take notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so hashtags, going back to hashtags real quick. We had read that, 11 to 14 is kind of going to...
30 hashtags always. The first 5 are the only ones that count.
Okay.
But the other ones count as in if somebody's following that hashtag. Okay, so the first 5 don't count as those follow hashtags. They're actually marketed.
Can you explain that to I'm a 3-year-old?
Yes. Okay, so you're allowed to have up to 30 hashtags per post. Okay. But the first 5 are what counts because say you're on Instagram again, we're just going to focus on Instagram. The first 5, they're going to pick up those tags for you and market it for you. So
those should be the ones that you put the most thought into.
Yes, those are the ones that are most important.
Got it.
But you still don't want your 10 million. You want those 200,000, 100,000, and those 5 first hashtags.
So 30
You also need your own hashtag.
Yes.
Hanging with Haley is a hashtag.
So we've got a couple. So should I so you're saying...
1.
What's that?
1 hashtag.
So we have hot and fresh.
Only 1. Pick 1.
Okay, so hot and fresh, I guess, is it because we've been rolling with that, right? So
Yep.
hot and fresh is it.
You'll confuse people if you do.
You just made me commit to
hot
that.
And fresh.
Hot and fresh.
There we go.
Okay, we're committing to that. Or getting comfortable. Which one do you like better?
Hot and fresh.
Hot and fresh.
Getting comfortable kind of sounds sexy.
Hammer it.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so that's good to know. I did not it's been the reason I'm going to obviously take your opinion the most is because
when I hear hot and fresh, I think food.
Okay.
So you might want to rethink that.
Okay, let's go. So my hashtag is hot and fresh. Keep it?
No, because food. Hot and fresh. What? Krispy Kreme. Hot and fresh. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hot and fresh. Okay. So
that's where it was.
So I'm not a donut, but I like donuts. So you're saying do something that fits you. So real estate investor, yours is hanging with Haley.
Well, mine is obvious because that's my user. What's your username?
Troy Kearns channel.
Why not that?
Man, I'm learning a lot today.
It's your branding. So let's talk about that.
Right.
Branding means being consistent on every single channel. Do not have a different picture. Do not have a different banner. Everything should match from one channel to another, including your hashtags. And yes, you can have more than one. You can have maybe 3, but focus on 1.
So you need to have congruency, symmetry. You need to be the same thing on everything, and you need to branding. We talk about, so my background, I don't know if you know, I sold radio advertising from Seattle. So we always talked about top of mind awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like two things, like I'll ask you and I'll whisper over to your boyfriend. What are the two toothpastes that you think of when I say toothpaste?
Crest and Colgate.
What did I lip to you? Crest and Colgate.
Yeah, because they're top brand.
They're top of mind awareness.
Just like Coke and Pepsi.
Right. So that's what you want to be on the internet is what you're saying.
Yes. Now, hashtags don't get born until you hit 100. You do know that too, right? Okay, so when you get 100 people following your hashtag, that's when it's born.
Interesting.
Yep.
So is there a trick that you could do with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Tons. All your collaborators. You just say, hey, my hashtag is here. Please go follow it. And if you have a good, they'll share it and have everybody. My hashtag grew in one day. One day I was a hashtag.
Okay, that's interesting. So I honestly just started figuring out hashtags like 2 years ago.
Hashtags are the most important thing. People ask me all the time, like TikTok, for example. I just hit 40,000 followers. It was like 38 the other day. Yep, I just hit 40. How am I getting 300,000 views with only 40,000 followers? Good question, right? It's because of the hashtags. Followers have nothing to do with your views. Nothing. It's okay, so think of it as a multi-level marketing system. Right. You have your top pyramid, that's your video. Okay, then you have your followers that watch it, but then they share it and they have their own set of followers. Right. And those people have their own set of followers. Right. That's how it grows.
Okay, so hashtags, you're saying more's better, at least 30. At least 30.
Use as many, you're allowed 30. Everything out of 30, it'll flag it, it'll take it out. So you're allowed 30, use them.
30 on every platform.
Every platform.
Where was the hashtag spawned out of? Was that Twitter?
Wow, that I don't know. I've never had anybody ask me that. I have no idea. I want to say
it had to be
eBay.
Twitter.
No, I think eBay. No, you're right. It was Twitter. It was Twitter. Twitter born the hashtag. You're right.
Yeah. Right. I mean, because that's really where I started knowing hashtag whatever. So hashtag basically is a way for no matter if it's on Twitter, if it's on Instagram, wherever it is, they're going to find it.
Yes.
Where's it stored?
Where is it stored? It's okay. So Google is a search engine. Right. Yahoo's a search engine. They're stored inside their search engines. So when people are searching for things, all you have to do is like, just say you want to find me and you don't know what platform I'm on. But if you type in Hanging with Haley in Google, you'll pull up every single platform right there, right under that, right when you typed it.
Okay, so let's go down through each social media and you break down how do you be successful with each one. So Instagram,
10,000 followers before you're successful.
How do you get there?
Instagram's the fastest one to grow to. Easiest one of all of them.
I'm at 312.
Oh my gosh, we can get you to 13,000 in 2 months. I mean, easy.
All right, we got this on camera right now.
Yes, easy. Okay, so the number one thing one of you needs to dedicate for the next month is spending time reaching out to people that are literally like your mirror. Like they do what you do and you're not competitors. Now you're going to help each other.
Got it.
And you're going to reach out and say that to them. You're going to say, listen, we're in the same field. We're not going to be competitors. I want to help you grow. You're going to help me grow. Let's do it.
Right.
And just be forward and tell them what you're going to do. Don't ask.
Right.
They love it. When you tell somebody that doesn't, I'm going to advertise for free for you. All you have to do is do the same for me. Just like my stuff, make a comment, and I'll do the same for you. They will jump on it. Everybody's wanting to grow just like you are.
Awesome.
Yep.
So Instagram, send people messages, ask them to follow you, ask them to like, ask them to comment.
Write up a little spiel that you can copy and paste. That's what I do. I have a copy paste.
It's like how I used to date.
Yeah.
When I was on,
check the box.
When I was on Match.com,
yeah.
I would change the subject line and the body would be the same.
The body's the same. Okay, so I do the same thing. I'm like, hello. And then whoever I'm talking to, I plug their name in.
Right.
Right. That's literally the same spiel for everybody. I know it sounds terrible, but you're just going to repeat yourself anyway. So why not do it? Just copy it, put it in your notes on your phone. When you want to just change the name. Sometimes they don't put their name. So I'll say, Nike, like I'll put hi Nike, yeah.
So you need to get people to follow you. You need to put video content. It's better than anything. Now, one of my friends who's a social media expert as well, I guess, she said that, and I can't remember exactly how she said it, but she said something about when you post the video and the hashtag, it has to hit at the same time.
It does.
Can you explain that and how that works?
It's the timing. So that's what Tailwind will do. It'll tell you the perfect time each day to post. So what you do when you go into Tailwind, just because you're going to do it. So go in there, you're going to set up your channels, and then you're going to plug in how many times you post a day. So if you're only going to post once a day, just say that. It'll say posted at 3:03. And it's because that's when that hashtag has the most hits.
Awesome.
Yes.
So literally you set up all your social media, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Instagram.
YouTube, I don't believe is a part of Tailwind.
Okay.
That's the only one that isn't, I'm pretty sure. Now, I haven't used it in a while. I still recommend them because I follow them and I see what they're doing, and they do everything I'm saying. But I know what I'm doing now, and I don't have to look for those little things. Yeah.
So besides following content, putting videos, putting 38 hashtags, what else can you do on Instagram?
On Instagram, make sure it's a video. Most popular things on Instagram are not videos or photos. It's everybody in the industry has names for each platform. So Instagram is it's the perfect life. It's the perfect platform. It's all models, and what you see is perfect. You know what I mean? Okay. TikTok is the everyday person. It's the drunk and the having fun in the backyard girl. You know, it's everyday people, but Instagram is the models and the perfect life. So if you're going to be on there and be like a cannabis promoter, you're not going to do so well on Instagram because you're not showing your perfect life.
Where can you make the most money? What social media?
Instagram, TikTok, those two.
Why?
The views. Once you get to a certain amount of followers, you actually make your money off your views. So I'll bring up a grilled cheese sandwich I posted. You'll have to go look it up. I did a Disney grilled cheese sandwich a couple months ago. 3.5 million hits.
Just on how to cook
grilled cheese. I never will get over that one because it was Disney. It was a Disney grilled cheese.
All right, so tell me what you did.
It was just kind of gross how much cheese was in it. So because of the fact that it was gross, it kind of went viral. But I kept those conversations going, and it was 1 million the first day, 2 million the second day, 3.5 by the third day, and to this day it still gets hits. Why? Because I keep those conversations going.
Right.
How much money did I make off that ad? $1,700 for one post.
Wow. So that I'm gonna put a grilled cheese up tomorrow or something. Like that.
It better be loaded with some nasty cheese because it was really bad. I don't even know how I'll never get it.
Just copy and paste your hashtag.
And tragedy. I'm telling tragedy will get you some views. So I got robbed a few months ago and posted about it. 2 million hits.
So you got robbed.
I got robbed.
Okay. So, IG, Perfect Life, TikTok. So what do you do?
Facebook is politics and religion.
Politics and religion.
Yep.
Okay.
So every platform has this is what we're really about. So TikTok is all about being just down to earth, being yourself, and being funny and goofy. If you're not, get off TikTok. Because commercials on there don't do well.
Right.
They do well if you're doing it in a funny, cute, comical, entertaining way.
Right.
But if you're going to go in there and be like, I eat Snickers, have one, you're going to be gone.
Right.
Yeah, you got to be entertaining.
I like the guys who chug.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is entertaining and they want to see that. Exactly.
Right.
Instagram's the same way. I mean, I don't change what I do per platform.
Okay.
I don't go, hey, this is Instagram, so I'm going to be perfect.
So do you take like a TikTok, like let's say you made a TikTok, do you load that in IG Reels?
Everything. I share it on every single platform except YouTube. Okay, so the difference is the length.
Okay.
My videos are 15 seconds to 15 seconds to 1 minute.
Okay.
Because you lose your audience after 15 seconds.
Right.
So you really don't want to go longer than that. You lose your audience anyways. You want to say what you have to say in that first 15 seconds.
Unless it's YouTube.
That's where I was getting at.
Right.
YouTube, you have to have a minimum of 3 minutes to even qualify for monetization. Monetization is what puts you at the top of everybody's list and gets you paid.
So I'm trying to get to 100,000. This is like a legitimate thing. I'm at 107 right now. What steps do I need to take?
Same kind of concept with YouTube. Although the difference would be you need to share that YouTube video to every platform, not take the video itself and load it to the platforms like I do. You take the video and share it. That's the difference. So you're going to share the video to Facebook. You're going to share the video to... I'm trying to think what you can really share it to, because you can't share it to Instagram. You can't share it to TikTok. You can only share it to Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. I mean, there's a lot of platforms on there you probably don't know about. Tumblr's a good platform, but it's
tumbling.
No, it's been there a long time.
I know it's never taken off. It never
It,
came
it
out?
it is really good actually, but it's very young crowd.
Is that like the Vine thing? Because Vine.
Vine is okay. Vine is there's two different vines, so it
Right.
depends on what you're talking about with Vine.
Talk about the Logan, like Jake Logan. What's his name?
Yeah, you're talking about Logan.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Right.
That's Vine, and it's all 15 seconds or less.
And that's where that guy started.
Yes.
And he's like the richest.
Was.
Who's the big guy now?
Oh, it's not Logan anymore. That's because I don't want to talk trash about anybody.
Why not?
Because that's not what I do.
Okay. Well, then
my channel's all about positivity. I don't down or do anything to anybody. I mean, you can look him up yourself. He's done some things that
you're not
have shunned him a little bit, I'd say probably. But I mean, I like him. I don't have a problem with him. He's a young kid.
Right.
We all do dumb stuff when we're young.
Right.
You know?
He was supposed to box Floyd Mayweather. That never happened.
Yes. I was hired for the Floyd Mayweather fight.
Oh,
I got blood all over. It was awful. Remember when he jumped the fence and it wasn't Floyd Mayweather, it was the next fight with Khabib or whatever.
Yes.
Where Khabib jumped he landed between me and another guy.
Oh, I remember that. That was
awful.
great.
It scared the crap out
Oh
of
yeah,
me.
everybody was scared about that.
I thought I was gonna die.
That was Conor McGregor versus Khabib.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So getting back on track for social media. So YouTube, the video needs to be at least 3 minutes long.
Minimum.
And
But again, you lose people, even on YouTube, after 1 minute. So each platform is different, but your typical rule of thumb is you lose them after 15 seconds.
Okay, so call to action. So let's say when you're going in to write whatever kind of video, what's your first thing you're trying to get?
You're
done?
trying to get them to watch the whole video.
So how do you
your
do
whole
that?
goal is to watch the whole video. You want to get them to the end. So you can do one of two things. Say, please stay to the end because you're really going to learn something. You want to say, if on YouTube, you want to say that. Right. Please watch us to the end because at the end I'm going to reveal the trick that you want to save that last thing to the very end. Don't give it away up front.
Got it.
Yep.
So what about people clicking to the end?
They do that. You can't stop that.
Unless you got like ads in the way.
Well, anything over 3 minutes, you're going to have ads, but it's every 3 minutes, right? Yeah. So it's the first, a 3 minute video is not going to have an ad.
Right.
It's a 4 minute video that's going to have one ad. Then a 6 minute video is going to have 2 ads and like that.
Okay. Yeah. That's how it works.
Now, when I do YouTube videos, they typically are about 20 minutes long.
And what are you telling people?
Because my videos are beauty. So it's, this is moisturizing my face and this is that. And I don't typically do long videos for anything that's not a tutorial of some sort.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're teaching people how to do something. Right. Because that's the deal with YouTube and that's the deal with...
It's a tutorial platform. Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got guys who are funny. You got guys who do... You got gals who do funny stuff. You got guys that do funny stuff.
But aren't they always teaching you something typically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching this guy the other day, Danny something or other, but he just walked around as a security guard and just kind of made fun of people and got in trouble.
Was he black?
No, he was a white kid.
I don't think I know him then. There's a black guy that does that and he walks around and he's kind of comical. He's like, he walks around and he just talks to the camera and he's teaching them something, but he's just walking and talking and he's kind of funny and nice. What he's teaching people is actually informative.
Yeah, there's some ridiculous stuff out there right now that's just funny, and I think it's totally. So when you started, what was your main goal? Why have you stayed up on technology and social media? Why are you trying to be? See, for me, I'll be straight up. My goal to be an influencer is, and it was totally uncomfortable for me because I watched another guy named Ryan Pineda, okay? And he was a competitor when it comes to flipping houses. So okay. I flip a lot of houses. I've been investing in real estate for a long time. I'm successful at that. And I've coached and helped a lot of people with that. And kind of what I said was, we're going to go do this and we're going to start seminars. And then I'm like, why are we going to do that when the audience is right here, right? So my goal...
so many years ago. You don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, so my goal is to build the audience so that they A, know that I know what I'm talking about, and B, they're going to sign up for education with me at a later date, right. So that when they're serious about investing in real estate, that they take it. Like, I'll give you an example. I had some guys yesterday, they've been watching my videos and they're like, hey, do you got time for a call? And I'm like, I don't even know these guys that well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and the whole purpose of me, what you get there is free. If you want to pay me,
that's right,
you're going to have to sign up. So
that's what it is. It's giving them a taste. You don't give away the farm though.
Right.
You give them a taste of the chickens and the eggs and the farm is over here and you got an entrance fee for that. Yeah.
Right. So goal's 100,000. I got 107 right now.
But with my goal, everybody's different. So I'll say that. So like my goal when I first started marketing was to show people my talent. Like I was a wedding planner. This is my wedding. This is the one I just did. So back then it was more of, look what I can do. Hire me and I'll do this for you.
Right.
Right. So that was the goal then. But I don't think it took 6 months and I had to quit my job because the internet blew up. People wanted me to actually start doing that stuff for them. And you're in Utah, dude. I'm here in, so I can mentor you or I can, point you in the right direction, but I can't help you. So how do I go from being a wedding planner making a couple $100,000 a year to making money on the internet?
Right.
Where does that go?
Let's
That's
talk
easy.
about that.
That's easy.
Brady.
You know how many people want to be in your hands when you are in front of 8 million people?
Yeah,
he gets shocked on a daily basis because we'll be in the car and he'll be like, I really want that. And I'm like, hi, I'm Haley.
Right. So
I do.
So yeah, the power of influence is something like, for me, understanding that, like when I talked to Ryan and he told me, and I was just thinking about YouTube monetization at that point in time. I'm like, all right, cool. There's this guy, Graham Stephan. He's got 3.2 million viewers. He's making between $5,000 and $12,000 a day.
I know.
And I'm like, wow, that's great. And then Ryan's like, you're missing the point. The money is from affiliations.
It is.
It's
not from the views. When he says how much money, I don't ever count that because you don't know what you're getting.
Right.
That's just that's a surprise. It showed up in my bank account. Yeah. It's the affiliate links. It's the people that are sponsoring you. Sponsors are a big deal. Get Coke in your hand.
Do you sponsor anybody right now?
I sponsor nobody. I have a ton of people that sponsor me though.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Who sponsors you? Pillsbury.
Nike. I'm exclusive with Nike. I'm one of their influencers. Old Bay seasoning, Eggland Best. I just got
Old Bay seasoning. Tell me about how that works. Oh, because you cook a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do mostly cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of I'm not into weddings anymore. I haven't been in weddings in 8 years. So what do? I'm a mom. I'm a cook. I'm actually a very good cook. I own a bakery. So yeah.
Sweet.
When I did the wedding business, I had a small wedding shop, and across the street was a bakery, and they went bankrupt. So I moved over there.
I'm sitting here. I'm hanging with Haley without a G. Make sure you follow that. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. She's an excellent cook. She's a social media influencer. She's got a lot to offer. Check her out, please. So starting back, how do you get people that want to sponsor you?
Oh, there's many, many ways. Okay, so there's, I think, maybe 13 platforms out there that influencers can go to and sign up. They have to be accepted. You have to have so many followers and the right engagement. But if you have that, you'll get in. Then those platforms actually have companies like Pillsbury or Nike or whatever go in there and post what they want. And if you qualify, you can apply and they'll look through all the people. And if they get you, they get you. You'll find out. But the best way is to go to them directly.
Sweet.
It is. There's probably 2 times a week I will sit down and, okay, here's a trick. I probably shouldn't give this away, but affiliate programs. So there's, I want to say 7 good platforms out there like Linkshare, Peppertree, or Peppermill. I think it's Pepper something, Pepper Jam. So Linktree, Pepper Jam, affiliate links. There's a whole bunch. Linktree, stuff like that. Go in there, find the niches that you like, and apply for them. And as soon as you apply for them, turn right around and send them an email and tell them all about yourself. You will not believe how many free things a day I get in the mail because I've done that.
Wow.
Yep.
That's great.
And then you just create something with it. You get creative and you hope you make some sales.
So on your YouTube, how many subscribers are you at?
I don't really do YouTube.
Okay, so that's not
It's not my forte.
What's your forte? Is Instagram?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Pinterest is a huge deal. I get around 5 million a week on just Pinterest.
So that's one that I don't do.
Pinterest is a big deal. Everybody who is not on Pinterest, you're a fool. You need to be on freaking Pinterest. I almost want to cuss right now.
I'm not on Pinterest.
You need to be on Pinterest. It's the biggest platform there is. It's bigger than all of them.
Okay, well.
Because it's the only one you can tap and you go right to your site.
Wow, we are missing a lot.
You're missing a lot.
I'm glad you are here today. So let's just get a few more things in there so we can, make sure that we get on Pinterest and B, change my hashtag, and then I got a bunch of stuff to do.
You do.
Yeah.
Homework.
I'm super thrilled that you're here telling me what to do because I take advice and run with it. I'm not
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's like, that's the thing that I'm trying to explain from the real estate end is like, okay, I could tell you how to be successful at real estate. I can't make you do it.
Right.
Like, you can't make me do hashtags.
Right.
But you could
But
tell
the
me.
smartest advice you can give to people is a quote out of Jurassic Park, actually. Why start from the beginning? Stand on other people's shoulders and just build off of what they've already accomplished.
Right.
That's the truth.
So, Pinterest, what do you do there?
Same thing. I just load my videos, and this is the platform where you can actually load the link and it attaches it. So this is the only platform where you click it and you're actually on your website. You're actually your affiliate link, whatever you're doing. It's the only one except for Instagram swipe up, which is your stories.
10,000.
Yeah. No, Instagram I think is
10,000.
Is it 10,000?
10,000.
To get your swipe up?
Correct.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've been on there so long, I guess I didn't know.
Well, it doesn't affect you.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're already there. You're already there.
I didn't. So I just learned something.
Yeah, 10,000 is for Instagram to get the swipe.
It's 1,000 for TikTok.
Yeah, and 1,000 for YouTube to monetize.
Yes,
So,
but it's for sponsors. It's different. Okay, so because each platform has its own rule on how many followers, you get some advantages. You get marketing, and you get to put your links in there, and la. But when it comes to sponsors, it's a different story. You have to have a minimum of this on this platform, a minimum of this on this one, and a minimum of it. So each platform's different. The rule of thumb is TikTok, 5,000, Facebook, 10,000, Instagram, 10,000, YouTube, 5,000. So it's 5 and 10. The only one lower is TikTok is 1,000. But again, you're going to get trade for that. You're not going to get paid. When you're going to get paid is when you're hitting the 10,000 and the more followers, the more you get paid.
So let's talk about let's digress a little bit. You sound like the person who has no problem like getting paid, right?
No.
So do you get
Because I'm not doing it unless you pay.
Right. I mean, it's your job.
Yeah.
You should get paid.
Yes.
It's your career. You should.
I'll do it. I mean, in this business, you kind of have to do it up front. You don't get paid up front. But I'm not going to put it anywhere till you pay me.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll do it. Here you go. Look at it. It's beautiful. Do you want it or not? That's about where it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask, like, have there been some benefits, like, from people who know you? I know you said that people are kind of waving at you sometimes because they see you. You're all over the place. Now, do you get like free lunches and dinners and stuff? Has that happened yet?
No.
Oh, really?
We hardly ever pay for a meal. Because if I post it, they just invite us back, and they'll literally email me and say, you can order whatever you want. Just come in here and make us a post. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll do that. It's not always.
It's not going to help my belt line.
Yeah, right. No, it doesn't at all. And it's usually like, we just did one for pizza, and we ate like cheese sticks and pizza and wings. And it was so much food. We had to take it all home. And I did that for trade. Now, I'm different than most people, though. I think that Las Vegas is the most beautiful place on earth, and I want my businesses here to thrive. So
Right.
I'm going to come out here and I'm going to do whatever I can to help you, because I know you're going to do the same for me. And that's what everybody in Las Vegas should be. We should all be collaborating.
We love it. We love it. One thing, it's funny is I go hiking pretty regularly in Calico Basin. I'm not sure if you've ever
I know,
been.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And I'm
Good
like,
view.
and I'm so in my zone when I'm out there because it's like my therapy.
Yeah.
And all I think about lately is I'm so excited about this influence and this channel, and we're like trying to grow something that's not growing as fast as you want. It's super frustrating and stuff. But when you're passionate about it, and you know that you're headed in the right direction, like you feel like you're heading in the right direction. And I'm so focused, and the perfect opportunity, literally I walked by it. So I'm sitting there, and as we're walking up the hill, I notice, I'm like, oh, I know who that is. It's Amy Yancey from Scott and Amy Yancey's Flipping Vegas. And she's out there with her two Rhodesian Ridgebacks. And I'm out there with my dog. And she like stops and she takes her phone and she starts recording me. And I'm like, I'm out of here. And then
I would have been like, let's do it.
And I totally blew it.
Yeah, you did.
I totally blew it. And I sent her an Instagram message when I got home, and she ignored me. And I was like, why was I
Yeah, because
thinking?
you were being a douche.
I was totally being a douche. I was just in my own head.
I would have thought the same thing. I was like, what's wrong with him? Yeah, but you'll be fine. Now you learned.
Yes, I definitely.
Somebody pulls out a camera next time, do this.
Right. Something, right? Do something
Yeah,
special. But that was one thing I felt like she had influence because I knew who she was right when I saw her.
Yep.
And like, I was excited to see her because in my world, she's famous, right? And
people would think I am sometimes. I mean, I've been into a couple of restaurants where people have literally said, "Hey, Haley," and I don't have a clue who you are.
How do you handle that?
It's kind of weird, but I don't feel like I'm famous. I feel like a normal person. I get up every morning. I'm not famous. I'm not at all. Zero.
But it might be happening.
Obviously, I'm a little bit in Vegas because I'm Vegas Influencer of the Year last year.
Really?
Yeah. I was a Foodie Influencer of the Year last year.
That's awesome. Yep. Congratulations.
By the way, this one's more impressive. He hates that I do this. But I was Beauty Influencer of the Year last year for women over 40, and I'm 52.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you came.
That was for the USA, though. That wasn't for Las Vegas.
So, okay. So you're kicking ass. You're doing a great job. We've got a lot of good information. Since we're going to be wrapping it up, what advice do you have for me, and what advice do you have for anybody who's watching this video right now?
What you need to do to get your business off the ground from ground zero is focus on your first 5 hashtags, focus on videos, not photography, focus on collaborating, and focus on doing that with your local towns. Because the more people that you get involved behind your business, where you live, the more people are going to freaking follow you.
So Las Vegas needs to be tagged in.
It needs to be their number one. Your city is going to be your biggest fan. I was
just thinking when you said that, because you kept hammering city. So
your city where you live is going to be your biggest fan. Period.
Hey, what they say, politics is local. This is kind of politics.
My number one, when I pull up my analytics, my number one city is Las Vegas. Always. Dallas is number 2.
I'm going to take it off the road again a little bit, but I mean, besides this last election, I mean, didn't Trump really upset everybody through social media? Wasn't that really what got him elected?
We're not going to go politics at all.
So,
I will go on and on about politics.
I don't want to go into politics. I want to go into how politicians use it.
Yes and no, but because the internet is so manipulative, I just can't. It's so hard for me to get behind a subject of this person doing this or this person, because how do you know what was real before it got to the internet?
Right.
Yeah. So when I can say this though. I will say this. This is the first year of all the years I've ever been on influencer marketing that I've been called a white this, a white that. I've been bullied. I'm a very positive person that doesn't do anything. I mean, I'm cooking. Yeah. Why am I called names? It's the only time in politic history that they've reached out to the internet and manipulated a whole bunch of things to make people hate each other.
Right.
And it's not okay.
Just be nice.
We're just human beings.
Yeah, just be nice.
Color don't matter.
Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for spending the time with me personally to just coach me, with our audience to coach them. I certainly appreciate it.
Of course.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button below. Make sure you follow us for new hot and fresh content on real estate and how you can become a millionaire. Troy Kearns, real estate investor, bringing it to you hot and fresh. If you like that last video, you're going to like the rest of the videos we've got. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button. We'll be bringing you new videos every week.